How's everybody doing? My name is Corey, and this is a little bit about my life after my brain injury on 5/16/2008. I'm going to go over a couple things and let everybody know where I stand and where my disabilities and where my physical limitations, and we'll kind of document the process, should you say, of what I go through on a day-to-day basis in my life. This is one of the things that happens to me, is that I put the cart before the horse, should you say. After my brain injury, certain things come out and they're a little ahead of time. So I have trouble with rights and lefts. I have trouble with colors. I have trouble working on my computer. I have trouble looking down, looking up, looking to the left, looking to the right. These things are very restrictive and cause me a lot of pain, cause a lot of inflammation in my neck. So some people are like, well, Corey, you got a bad back. Well, it's not just a bad back. I have a bad hip. I have a bad shoulder. I have a bad leg. My leg is, I have a clubbed left foot. My shoulder bugs me after my accident. My neck, my headaches, the migraines, they'll start out and it just rolls around. The muscles get so tense in the side of my neck. So some people are like, well, Corey, if you just got a bad back or something's bugging you, you just do something like, you don't do physical labor, Corey. Come on, work with me here, Corey. Well, that's fine in a normal world, but I have stuff from head to toe that I have disabilities. I have bulging and herniated discs from what they call the atlas at the back of my neck, which would be the first vertebrae attached to my skull, all the way down to my tailbone. It's sad, it's unfortunate. So my neck is very limited in what I can do. I try to use it as much as possible. Today I'm really limited. It hurts so bad today. I have a headache. I just got back from the chiropractor and it's it's like, oh, it's bugging me. It's just such a pain. It's a big agony. So I got to use some of this prescription medicine here. I'm gonna put a little bit on my finger and I massage it into my neck. Oh. Oh man. I need a little bit more, like topical just doesn't do it for a guy like me. I got too much pain. It's got to be oral, it's got to be topical, I got to eat edibles. But anyway, so like I said, I'm in a bunch of pain, and I work just a couple hours a day doing some dispatch work for Ace Handyman Services. Thank you. Very kind to me. I'm gracious to have a job and can work with them, and they are willing to work with me. I have restrictions, and they're willing to work around my restrictions, and I can't ask for anything more than that. So I'll be getting into a little more detail here shortly. We're going to go through, and I'm going to try to do a little bit more daily vlogs or logs of what it's like to be disabled and the things that cause me the most problems and the most pain in my life, which is almost everything. So we got a lot of stuff. We got a lot of content coming. So like I said, I'm a injured person. I work on a computer. My neck is very limited. I can't do much physical stuff. I can't lift over 10 pounds a few times a day. I'm very, very restricted on my movements on the left side of my body. I have all sorts of neurological damage, and I have a lot of bulging and herniated discs, as I said, and that causes me a lot of pain and inflammation. And we're going to show these things throughout the course of my life here. This happened on 5/16/2008. So we go back 14 years. I've been dealing with this stuff for 14 years now. So, till the next video, I appreciate your time. I appreciate your comments. Like it, share it, comment, ask me questions. What do you want to know about my injuries? What do you want to know about my traumatic brain injury? What can I do to help you? Do you know someone with a traumatic brain injury? Do you know someone that got disabled through the no fault of someone else? Sorry, excuse me. No fault of their own, injured due to the fault of someone else. I was injured by someone else, the negligence, the recklessness, and the carelessness of some other party. They got behind the wheel that day in May. It was a beautiful day. They shouldn't have. She shouldn't have been driving. She shouldn't have been driving. She shouldn't have been driving. Quotes. Those are quotes from her son that day. We'll leave it there. Thank you. Have a good night.